So, hi everyone. It was just when I was just finishing off in the membership there, I just remembered that I didn't actually pull a goddess card. So, I'm going to do that. So, be here probably 10 minutes, but it might even be 5 minutes. So, let's just see what have we got. Just because I felt that energy so strongly, because like I said, it really did. You'll see when you watch the shorts, where are they? It was really, oh, here they are. What happened was, right, I just mentioned I felt goddess Isis, and then I was doing the healing, and I pulled out one of these cards, and she was holding the ankh, and I thought, that is not a coincidence that, and I just went past Osiris, that's Goddess Isis Twinflame. I have got the anchor in my neck, and then it wasn't that one, but she's holding it there too. Half or could be relevant, love and music. Yeah, anyway, it's one where she's holding the ankh, and it's like, it's just funny because I've got an ankh on my bracelet and my necklace, and it's like I don't always wear them together like that. So quite interesting. Right, so let's just see what have we got. Yeah, see, this is what I mean. I said that I don't usually use these in public. Initiation, spiritual testing of Ra and Lady Isis. So we are in an initiation. Miracle of Isis, miraculous healing of the goddess. Oh wow, and that's where she's saving her twin flame. I can't remember whether I said that in the live stream or the shorts, but I did say, like I said, I think it was maybe the shorts that I'm putting out at Christmas. I felt Goddess, Isis, and Osiris. Maybe this is relevant to that. So, like, whenever I put that out, so expect miracles. Right. So I don't know if I'll read them. Well, I suppose I do have to read them both. Right. Didn't you say beaches earlier? Are you kidding me? I did. But the funny thing is, what? I shouldn't be gobsmacked. I mean, I am psychic. I mean, I'm a seer. I mean, I'm psychic seer. I prefer seer, but I can't believe. Thank you so much for telling me that, Charlotte, because I bet you I wouldn't have seen. That's insane. Didn't you say beaches earlier? Just turn the TV on and it's right there, currently on BBC iPlayer. But wait a minute, BBC iPlayer, what does that mean? Does that mean it's like, is it on like the telly just now? Like, is that a chat? Like, what is BBC iPlayer again? For people that don't know what we're talking about, right, on the live stream that I just done before I went into the membership, I said to one of the American ladies that I was seeing the film Beaches and that, because she'd said her best bit, and then I was seeing the film Beaches and I was like, I actually think you're going to see that on the telly over the Christmas period or New Year. And I said, or maybe I'm going to see it to tell you, but actually it's you. So isn't that funny that now I don't know if that woman will watch this, but I'll put something in the comments. It's that you've just saw it because I don't think I would have saw it because I'm just going to go on and put The Office on Prime. So thanks very much for telling us that, Charlotte. But that's so isn't that crazy? I mean, God, I said over the Christmas period, I didn't think it would be actually tonight. But the funny thing is, it'll be even more amazing if that woman, I think her name was Cher, if that woman Cher actually sees Beaches on and she's in America, that would be crazy. But the fact that it's even been on the same night, because I mean, I don't, like I said, I don't really watch the normal telly. I only watch like, well, I do, but I record like Towie and like, well, I watched I'm a Celebrity and all that kind of stuff. But like, I don't usually watch it like real time, so that's crazy. And you just said miracles, and I decided to put Miracle on 34th Street on. Of course. Oh my God, that's crazy about the beaches thing though. Wow. There's a huge energy of best friend stuff in the air with the best friend chat coming through earlier. Right, so see before I read these, I kind of want to just get a wee bit of because I'm feeling with that card having Goddess Isis and Osiris on it. And again, what's good about that is when I read the card, it'll give a bit more info on it. I feel it's going to have something to do with how dramatic I just ended that other live stream. So let's see, what else do we need to know before I read those cards? Wedding, right, wedding ring. So yeah, union. So union and marriage, soul connection, everlasting love, devotion. So like I said, like that's I'm going so serious, but it's kind of like This is very, so what I'm channeling is very strong union codes for people where you feel that is coming about because, that on a lot of these cards, it's just her own. But the fact that that's, the set of twin flames, and we've also got a card saying union. So wait a minute, actually. I don't know if these cards are that big. I don't know if I can fit. A minute. A lot about Juno. It isn't on live. Bridget Jones' Diary is on the. Oh, that's that's one of my favorites. I just watched that over and over again. I love all the Bridget Jones. Right, wow. So, anything else? See, it's quite funny. It's like I've ended the last one and we were getting all the karmic stuff that either people have went through in the past or that's going on now. And now it's like we're getting the future stuff. Love, call, and mask. Oh my God. Hiding true feelings, pretending and delude, gaslight, personify. Well, that's not great. But what I feel they're saying is somebody that masked their feelings, hid their true feelings, um, could have gaslight you, made you feel like you were crazy for thinking they felt the same. Expressing love, message of love, thinking of you, informing you. So informing you is quite funny. There's a love call coming from somebody that's been wearing a mask because they're ascending. So this is like a really intense message. Learning and expansion, transcending. Okay, there's so many cards in this deck that tell me why I bought it. But look, preparing for union. What are the chances of getting union and preparing for union? And we've got clock in reverse. Needing time, cycles, takes time, time to heal, progressing, but it was in reverse. Somebody's coming out a period of healing and a lot of drama after being heartbroken, deeply hurt and sad, feeling lost, grieving and despair, breakup, and possibly, I would say, a quite nasty breakup if people are resonating with whatever I picked up on before. Um, I think I'm going to just, where did I just put that? Oh, there's engagement ring. No, it was wedding. Well, I like these cards though. They're quite specific. Where have you been all my life? That could be a channeled message. I mean, it's quite dark. Some of them are quite dark though, about the girl with the snake and where the hell have I just put that? It did say right. I'm not tripping. All I can see is the one about engage. It did say is it ascending. What the fuck? Where's it gone? Somebody has taken back the marriage offer. Let's see. It was a red card, and it's does that. I'm sure that said something about a wedding, but this says union too. Am I imagining? There's keys on a ring. That's a completely different. That's about hookups. Right. I do not know where that has gone. I'm just not seeing it. That's really weird. It's kind of freaky, really. But right, let's. So, the divine masculine is ascending for union. That's what I'm going to put in when I finish this. Divine masculine ascending for union. Some of them can't be everyone. Miraculous healing, learning and expansion, transcending, preparing for union, new phase. So definitely ascending karmic situations. That has definitely been a theme of what I've done earlier. Um, right, so initiation. They can't be bored. I'm just going to skim them. I can't be bored reading both of them. Initiation. 80 and 106. 80, 80, 80, 80, 80. I'll put my hand in the. There's 106 and. Right, so use your discernment, people. This won't be for everyone, but I would say if you're feeling a lot of shit going on, this is for you. Spiritual testing of Ra and Lady Isis. When you are being spiritually initiated into the mysteries of light, love, and power, there are moments of deep challenge. The key is to find light within the challenge. And like I said, with this square going on, and really that's, the energy is about all week, it's intense. The learning, growth, and wisdom that can be summoned to turn the challenge into an opportunity for healing, which is what a square is about. Whilst the scorching heat of Ra seeks to burn through any resistance, the Lady Isis with compassion and cleverness will protect you from burning instead of enable you to be nourished and grow from the light of Ra. Let Isis help you pass the test of intense growth as you thrive with your new life. This oracle urges you to honour life as a gift and treat any challenge and pressure as a way for you to grow into a brighter, purer light capable of great spiritual service on the planet. That spiritual service includes growing an ability to be able to love freely and beyond your limits, to love with courage and faith, which that's definitely the twin flame journey, because we do have a whole lot of unconditional love going on. In fact, initiation for you now, dear one, is an opening to the new levels of power and peace and self-possession and love. There are such sweet fruits awaiting for you at the top of the tree you're currently climbing. Guys, that's really weird. Remember that story I've told loads about, like, a long... Actually, do you know when it would have been? It would have literally been around Neptune going into Pisces, because it was about 2012. I remember printing off this thing that had it was something like the boys, it was, it was about boys and girls. It was like the boys that are worth it are the ones that will not stop to pick up the rotten fruit off the ground. They will climb the tree to the top to get the best apples. It's kind of meaning, like, it's like, if you value yourself and if you value yourself and you're not, well, I'd say if you're not just like putting on a plate for folk and that kind of, you know what I mean? I think we know the low hanging fruit. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, wait for the men and women that value you. And in this case, we're going to say boy and girl, man and women. Wait for the man that makes the effort. So this is quite funny. That's talking about the top of the tree that you're currently climbing. That's making me think of that thing. Jessie said that. Oh, that's so funny. Jessie once said it was like, yeah, I wanted to climb him like a tree. Anyway, sorry, that popped in my head. That must be Scorpio Moon. It may seem as though you're a barren land at times with little hope, nourishment, and or encouragement, yet your spiritual oasis is not far away. The Lady Isis and the power of Ra together are helping you grow. Stay focused on the lady and her love for you, and you shall pass through the desert of initiation, unharmed and deeply transformed. Ooh, right. Miracle of Isis. So, miraculous healing of the goddess. Isis was known as a talented practitioner of the healing arts and capable of miraculous healings, which is why you'll notice she is one of my main guides. And it's, I do a lot of spontaneous healing. It's all very quick. I work with the light beings and everything as well, but there is a lot of similarities. So, for you, beloved, she offers a miracle healing no matter how much you've struggled with a particular matter, no matter how impossible it may seem to imagine your life without the old wound, addiction. And I did say I felt a lot of addictions, that people are clearing right now in this last Scorpio energy. And so if you are in recovery of anything, either being unwell or an addiction, I do feel the situation could go through a miraculous healing. And consider booking a session, because I do help people with stuff like that all the time. Problem, relationship issue, or inner struggle being a part of it. You're being guided now to accept the possibility of miraculous healing, to let go and let the goddess be. I'm going to read the whole thing because it's not that long and it feels quite important. So I don't know about the whole thing, but most of it. The Lady Isis wishes to lift a load that has become too heavy for you to heal on your own, beloved. She cannot take something away from you if you're not willing to release it to her, however. Release for the healing means trust, letting go of an attachment to an outcome or how the outcome might be achieved, and opening to the divine genius of healing that seeks to express the perfection of divine love for you now. So first of all, divine love. It feels like there's going to be a miraculous healing that occurs through a twin flame union. So it's kind of like if you're unwell just now or you're heartbroken or something, it feels like, so don't take this if it doesn't ready, but it feels like some twin flames, the miraculous healing is going to come about when you physically see each other. It's like, people could actually be getting unwell because it's time for union now. Like, you balance each other out. But also, I did say earlier that, release, surrender, let go, like, just you take a step. And like, as I was just saying, it was, there's just a couple of people in the membership, but what I was saying is, anything counts. Don't put pressure on yourself to do some big massive action today. Just do anything, you know what I mean? Like it's just, you know, and I bet you already have taken action. You don't realize it counts. Um, so, um, because the point is further down the line, you will do something that's way more out your comfort zone. So remember that it's building momentum. Where did I get to? To hand something over for healing, especially where it has been a long-term persistent difficulty or simply seems to be too great or overwhelming to be healed, takes a radical change of mind and heart. To dare to hope without becoming attached to or how or when something can happen, to surrender without forgetting to follow your intuition and act accordingly, to trust even though you may have been disappointed or hurt in the past. All these things take skill and courage. Yet these are the requirements for us to surrender into great healing of divine love. Lady Isis speaks through the oracle and says to you that recovery from trauma and emotional healing is not only possible, but if you're willing, it can happen for you now. No matter the depth of grief, loss, despair, fear, or anger, love can and will absorb it all. And so that's why I'm referring to the fact that, you know, this is what I help people with day in, day out on the channel and in my personal sessions. And I'm able to help hold space to transmute the darkest of traumas, addictions, you know, things people say, you know, you have to live with for your whole life or that you can't heal from. It's, you know, a lot of that isn't true. You can't say it across the board for everyone, but, you know, a miracle is a miracle. And we had miracles in the live earlier. We've got miracles now. A miracle is a miracle. And that is really what this whole challenge is about. Be open for a miracle. The oracle is also an indication that a spiritual gift or awakening of deep healing ability is at a new level or coming your way. And again, that's the galactic energy of this week and the new moon in particular conjunct the galactic center. So keep your eyes and heart open and let go of doubt and fear about opening up to a new level of proficiency. Dedicate your work to divine love and trust that it will flow through you stronger now. You're capable of great work when you trust in your own heart and the love of the divine flowing through you and with total surrender. So I'm going to read the wee invocation and then I'm going to go. So listen to the words, or you can say it as well if you want, but I think it's better just listening because, yeah, you're not reading the book. So, but unless you want to, I don't, you can do what you want. So I call upon the loving miracle healing of Isis, just as this flower or other sacred object is a oh, wait a minute. All right, okay. So sorry, I missed that bit. So I forgot. Backtrack. So you maybe need to backtrack for something, jump back a timeline to go back to there. So ideally, you use a flower for this exercise, but you can also use a small crystal or a sacred object in its place, such as a stone, small dish, sand, anything that you're willing to release completely after the ritual is completed. So I remember this is quite strange actually, because like I said, I don't use this a lot in public at all, but see, one of the last times I did, that came out then as well. Because I remember I had a wee hematite, and the thing is, I don't know if I ever did throw that away. But anyway, so find something that you're willing, so you can do this on replay later, but find something that you're willing to actually release. So like a stone from the ground or a crystal that you're willing to release and let go of and have somebody else find, or a stick, or I don't know, something from nature, a shell, something like that. You do you, boo. But just don't be, you know, littering the environment, you know, make it something from nature or something like that. So sit quietly and gaze at your object of choice. So even if you're watching this later on. So, and now I call upon the loving miracle healing of Isis, just as this flower or whatever you've picked is subject to creation and destruction, life and death, so too can the pain that has plagued me finally rest in peace in the loving embrace of the goddess. Hold your left hand over your heart and your right hand over the sacred object of your choice and say, I give deep honouring and gratitude for the sacrifice of this beloved, sacred, whatever, and now release the pain, the issue, any attachment to its conscious or unconscious into the sacred receptacle now. That actually isn't very good that I've held on to that crystal. I know where it is. It's in my handbag. I'm fucking chucking that in the sea or something. Breathe in and out and allow any pain and attachment or suffering to flow from your heart out of your right hand and be transformed into the sacred object. Because I really do feel, I feel there are people that are in either recovery from addiction right now, or you're maybe not well or something. Say aloud, beloved Isis, miracle healer and priestess of the healing arts, take this suffering from me now. I surrender it to you to heal. Let me find wisdom and the peace, the resolution that is meant to come from this dark blessing. May the darkness be turned to light with karmic grace and unconditional love. So be it. Thank you for your assistance, beloved. I open to your miracle healing completely. I also feel that is actually about people that are like the dark night, the soul as a whole. Like it's time for you to come out of that now. That would make sense because we've had preparing for union, and it's time to release that darkness out, like release this period of your life that's been a huge period of growth and move on now to be happy because they told me to be happy. Or if it's for other people, it's like it's time now to release this karmic relationship. You've grown all you can, whoever it is, not just love. It can be friends, family. Set a boundary, and it's time now to be happy. So take it as it resonates. A karmic situation can also be a mindset, remember, and that's what this whole week's about. So withdraw your hands into prayer position and gently bow before your object before taking it and placing it somewhere in the garden or natural setting where it will not be disturbed. It's recommended that you tuck it in the earth or place it where it will not likely be picked up by a curious wanderer by. Okay, well, don't put it somewhere where somebody can pick it up then. You can finish your ritual with the incantation below. So I'm going to read this and then I'm going to say good night. And yeah, so I'll see you tomorrow. So like I said, I'm going to try to be, anyway, I'm going to try to be, there's no reason why I shouldn't be. I'm going to try to be bang on time, 8 o'clock UK time. I'm either going to do the usual and I'll come on chatting, or I might just come on and start the activation right away. I'll just feel into it. Right, so love and light, peace and power, miracle healing descends this hour. The wings of Isis, drenched with feeling, nothing escapes her miracle healing. Surrender to her from my heart so true, which is now exactly what I choose to do. Gratitude to Isis for the miracle coming to me. Her love and grace now set me free. I hope you feel the prayers and the miracles that are coming through from the support of Goddess Isis and the miracle that I am holding space and praying for you for. And let's just see what comes about by the end of the week for people. Again, let go of expectations. If you move forward even a little bit, a wee bit, as we say here in Scotland, that is a big, big thing. But be open for bigger miracles than that. And I will see you tomorrow. See you later.